What is up, YouTube? In the garage today. Just cleaned up the entire garage, flip-flopped everything, made a ton of space for the Dottie Mobile. Why? Well, about a week after we got the car, Buddy backed into us, tow hitch. Brand new car for us for a week. So, take the bumper skin off and then flip-flop everything over, finally get this back on. How long's it been? How long's it been?
I don't know, 3 years?
3 years! So, she's doing all of this. I'm just overseeing and drinking beer and eating a sandwich. Apparently, I do have to work. Overseeing. So basically all we're doing is taking out the T25s. They look like that. But on the front half, for the inner fender carpetry, ripping all these out. There's one more on the very back down there. Hopefully that'll show up. I don't have my extra light, so deal with it. But taking those out, that's step one. Don't pinch your fingers, watch the edge.
Different ones? Oh! This closes. See how they... This is like closed. And you pinch them to open.
Which one? These?
Yeah. You're supposed to go up in there and pinch them and pull them out. Look at those with our tools. You got it without breaking it.
This middle one's gonna break.
Do you want to use this?
You can try it. Try the middle. You got this outside one. You can use your trim tools that just got you too.
No, those don't look good.
All these plastic clips, I don't understand. 3 plastic clips are out, all the screws are out. We have a fender liner, and there's this little tab right here, which should grab on better, but it got hit, so it doesn't.
We can loosen it.
So you get loose, same thing on this side. One little plastic clip tab right here. Hopefully that shows up behind my finger right there. So pull that out. Like so. Now she's floating. Pull the headlights preemptively. No bolts for the headlight, it's great. Stay there. Volvo things, I guess. No bolts, just little plastic clips. Headlights just kind of free float like that. I guess that saves a bunch of money in production. I need to take the headlights all the way out.
Okay, got all those, so we have to pull these up.
How'd you get them to pop up?
Push them. I told you to push them down. Like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you being sarcastic? I mean, this is
No, I didn't know. I didn't do it. You did. But that's a good thing to tell people. To me, they look like stupid plastic clips. Right, once the clips are out, you got 2 Torx. I think they're all T25 on here. She refuses to use any power tools, so hand tools it is. Alright, she got the screws out. So now we're onto this front clip, which is a plastic little connector up top. So push this down and it'll slide out. You get a couple of them. So this is going to separate the front bumper skin from the plastic mounting assembly. You look close on here. Put this one back in. This comes in. So this section, the hard plastic section here, basically just drops through there, like so.
Oh. I think I see. I think you push this down.
Which part?
I think you push this down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy, that is connected.
Oh yeah. Which is fine, as long as you separate them. You just gotta carefully separate them.
Oh. I just pulled it out, didn't I?
Yeah. Everything's plastic, so I get nervous about pulling on things.
This side's fucked.
There we go. Just like that. So I just pulled the front top of the bumper out, and these just basically slide right through. It's not that big of a deal. But it'll get jammed up if this isn't loose up top. It'll just pull out.
Not it. Ooh, you did it. Okay, so this won't come off all the way. There's connectors that we have to disconnect.
A million of them. So now the bumper's free. We'll set this down gently. Gonna start undoing all the electrical.
And I could use this one.
Yeah. Those are just vacuum lines, water lines.
I need that weird picky tool.
Fancy Volvos have windshield washer squirters for the headlights. So that's these 2 hoses here. So I'm gonna pinch this off above the Y connection. Block it from leaking all over the place. And then we'll separate the Y section here. Hopefully. Just like that. So now our wipers and washer fluid won't leak all over. And that's free with the bumper. And then we just have a bunch of electrical connections and sensor things. So,
I'll let you do that.
nope. You can do it.
Well, I don't know.
That one's just going to be a press connector on each side. Just a little stuck, but I got a trim tool in here, wedged in between on the bumper side. And then just a little bit of wiggling. Now the main harness is separated. And we should be good to separate this. Everything on the inside of this bumper skin needs to go onto the new one, which is in the back of the car. But now we are free. Man, look at that car. You're missing some parts. It looks like the Falcon. I got the bumper off. one wiring harness, bulkhead connector right there. It connects the bumper to this. Now it's running, so it's going to be super loud. Whenever back the car out, all broken and mangled and naked. Oh, the little hose clamp is still hanging on. But we got two bumpers to mess with, so we're going to try and set this up. I don't have body dollies or fender dollies or anything, or fender stands. So we're going to have to figure something out, lay some moving blankets down, and basically everything that's on this right now needs to come off completely and get transferred over to the new one. Hopefully without breaking a bunch of plastic clips that are going to be all over this, I'm sure. Forgot to take a closer look at the damage, so let's see what actually broke. We only got an outer bumper skin, so hopefully this all works, but that's where the hitch went through it. A couple clips might be busted. I don't know what's on the old one versus the new one, so that'll be fun. Plain body guy. Overall, bumper came off pretty easy. The hard part now is going to be flip-flopping all of these. Dottie's gonna go grab the bumper out of the back of the car and carry it over here because it's hers.
I put it in the car. It's only fair if you carry it out.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the bumper. We'll lay it out and see what we need to switch over. Half of it. Man, YouTube's a wonderful place. She got so angry that I haven't put this bumper on in 3 years. I can't really blame her, it's been a long time. It took us about 20 minutes to get this off. But she was sitting in the office at the shop today and looked up a bunch of videos on how to do this and decided that she was gonna go after it. The only problem is, all of the videos end at the bumper removal, so this part, as it currently sits, there's not really anything in terms of flip-flopping valences and trim and grills and all of that other stuff. So we're gonna keep the video going and try and do an extension. There's a guy that posted a video, a really good one, actually. I kind of glanced over it while I was eating lunch, while she was looking at it. Super thorough, super detailed, very step-by-step. I don't really do full-on step-by-steps, how-tos, if you will, but here's our naked bumper, here's our full bumper, but everything on there basically has to get transposed onto here. So I will tag that link when I edit this for the guy that I actually, well, she actually found and followed, because his instructions so far were so good that she was able to pretty much do that all by herself, with the exception of a couple little hiccups on parts not coming apart like they're supposed to, which I tried explaining to her. She didn't believe me. But not everything comes apart like it's supposed to, especially after, this is a 2010? 2011. 2011. So, 2011, it's a 12-year-old vehicle. Plus we're in the Midwest, so everything's rusted and broken and crappy. That's how that goes. Everything moving forward is going to be kind of new, and we have no reference or any idea how to do it, so we're going to figure this out as we go along. Try and keep the camera going while we progress on these things. Bear with me if there's some hesitation or frustration, or we end up in a big giant fight, because that happens all the time too, when you're trying to do things and not necessarily being the best person for explaining things out loud. Nor is she, so we'll see how this goes. There's a reason it's usually me out in the garage by myself.
Made in Turkey? I thought this was Europe. Or is Turkey in Europe?
Well, it's Swedish, but you also have a bunch of Ford parts on here.
That one.
You like them all the way out?
No.
Yeah.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is connected over there.
Pull that hose off. to Y.
Over here?
Yeah, sure. Oh shit. You don't have that on the other bumper.
What? I have what on there?
The squirters.
I don't know. Oh. Are you sure this is the right one?
Everything else would be the same.
I've never used those squares in my life.
Well, you use them every time you hit the wiper squirters.
I don't know
They're
if they
washers
work.
for your headlights. They do work. They just... It's not that big of a deal.
Well, it is because I have that whole other thing on there. Can I have that tool the guy said on the...
What?
He said if you stick the tool in there... Oh my gosh. Show off.
Set that off to the side. Those might not make it back on.
Thanks a lot, Rado. Looks like they just cut a hole.
That's all it is.
I don't need them.
No, but if you want, we can cut a hole.
No. Why was the other side so easy to get off? I can't get anything off right here.
Well, come do these. One at a time. Start with the squirters.
But what about this? I'm already on this side. Why is this side so much harder than that side? And like everything. Maybe they put the things back on the wrong side. Wait, which way? This way?
You're good. I don't know how you're going to get out of that little one, though.
Yeah, they put the things on the wrong side, right? Because they were on this side.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Just wait. This whole grill section has to come out somehow. And I don't know how. Alright, wiring harness is free. Now I gotta mess around with these little grill inserts. This whole section should come right out. So let me do one side and I'll show you how. You have a grill section, got a trim tool, it just pops out. Not that bad. That'll drop into the other one. This we actually need.
Can we not break it?
So I gotta get this bolt out to pull the other squirter motor that I don't know if it's even gonna go back in the car. I grabbed the trim tool, put it underneath this, and popped up this little squirter motor. So now this is free and she can get that bolt out. Plastic bracket for the windshield squirters. These reach underneath. There's little tabs right here with little detents on the end. These slide under and through. So just take a little trim tool, push this tab down on each side. It'll drop right out. And it clips back in like this on the other bumper. I don't know if we have the provisions for that. So I don't think we're putting these back on. Squirters are out, probably not going back on. Outer valence grill is out of the right side, same thing on the left. I think we're going to start with the upper grill first and then just kind of start moving stuff back, work our way to the bottom. Once the upper's on, we can flip it over. So, on the grill, we got these little plastic clips on the outside. So Dottie will grab a screwdriver, push these in, and then we'll just push the grill back.
A screwdriver or this thing?
The actual screwdriver. And the plastic one, if you want to be super careful. So on the clips, it's like a double edge clip, it looks like. So if we start at the top, it's a little easier. We're going to come down, keep some pressure on there. Work our way down. This is a two-person job. You gotta get the outside through like that, and then just push. See how that works? That was a you question.
Oh, you're talking to me now?
Yeah. See how the clips are set up? Two-way clip. So if you push on the grill and jam something in here while you push away from the bumper, and then there's 4 of them.
I just don't understand. Push here?
Yeah, if you want, use this one. But when you jam this in,
You push down?
yeah, push it on the grill. Gently. Not hard. One grill.
I'm gonna paint this black.
Turn right around and just press it right back in. I literally meant turn around. There, on the wrong side. It goes in from this side.
Goes this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Do I have to be on this side?
I thought you would want to be on this side so you push it.
Okay.
Locked. Now it's starting to look like a bumper again. From one thing. Look at that. Alright, maybe the lights next. We're gonna start at the top and work our way down. Onto the stupid little fog lights that go in here. Starting on the top, working our way down. So there's a little detent right here. And another one, hopefully on the bottom somewhere. I don't really know. Let's leave this rolling, we'll wrestle it in, or out, and then in. Hold on. There should be one over here. There's no way it's just one. On the bottom? Of course it's on the bottom. One.
Yeah, but a piece came off.
Should drop right back in. So there's a pin on the bottom. I'm going to be more careful with this time. And the one at the top. Huh?
So. This goes on the bottom.
Yep. Let me turn around. Now I know there's a pin on the bottom. So it's going to drop bottom first. Going in.
Literally doesn't fit.
Just like that.
I should get that to fit.
It's not the whole thing, it's just this part.
Oh.
So then we'll come over to this side, same thing. The pin right here. That goes into the bottom and then it pushes forward up. Angle it back.
What?
Not back. Right. There. And then just push it in. Snap. Plastic everything is the worst.
Really is.
All the wiring is still connected to this lower valence grill thing. So just like the top grill, it looks like on these little clips, we're gonna separate this outer part right here, pull this back, and then push the grill through. And hopefully all the wires will come out with that. This one is actually gonna come back. So these need to get separated. Just like that.
maybe the...
Or does this come out to the front? Maybe it comes out to the front.
It doesn't. There's a pin there.
Basically, this gets lifted up and pushed back. So separate. If you can jam the screwdriver. Not in the middle though, you gotta go just off to the corner. Yep. Now I gotta keep going all the way around.
Maybe we should pull this out.
Nope, that's all connected. Teamwork makes the dream work, babe.
Totally.
Is that really the last one? Alright, let's go. Grill and wiring. So now that whole thing, just like that's going to drop into the new bumper. With all the wiring laid out, still connected. Come over here, drop this down.
Make sure all those wires are... Wait. Grab that one from the other side. They're going in there.
Face down. Now all the wires are free. There you go. So that's the lower valence. Now we got both grills installed except for the outside pockets, which we can come back to in a little bit. Now the wiring's kind of laid out, not finalized. We're gonna switch over a bunch of clips, but now the busted bumper can lay face down. We got a bunch more Torx along the lower section to bolt in the lower plastic trim. So we're gonna do that.
Tool over there.
Lower plastic section has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 8 Torx, 25 mil or T25s, 8 of them all the way around. That'll drop off that first lower trim. Actually, baby, you can leave that one alone. We gotta separate that from the bumper.
What?
The lower part's gonna stay together. We need the middle part.
That's right.
Not that part. That can stay. The part next to it that you just unscrewed that from. That's staying. Where you just took the screw out.
Yeah.
The outside part, right there. That's gonna stay on. Because we need that plastic trim piece. Let's take a look at that. Splitting the valence, which is the lower section of the bumper. It's got these little plastic detents, so basically jam a screwdriver in, wedge them in, and they slip right out. We got a little bit of damage on the bumper here, which makes my side easier than hers, because I don't have to undo those clips.
Aww. How do you slide it right out like you just said? You have it in.
Yeah, so twist, and then see the tang on this is on the top side? Right here. Yep. So you twist, opens the gap, and then this, here, use this one. This one's better. That, push the tang down. This side, like that.
Okay.
That's the worst of them because that's the smallest pocket. The rest of them, so you want that basically on this side of the edge and then twist. If you need a sharper screwdriver, let me know. This one might actually work better for that. But then you pull the bumper in, just like that.
I got one. Wait, I got the other one.
Go slow though, because I don't know what we got to do down here yet. Yeah, keep going. Run on. What is it, free? Free.
This is stuff.
Right here. I don't know what's happening down here, so you gotta be cautious of that. Stop there real quick. Okay, so that part's free. Now...
Come on, hold this.
No, you're free. I'll take that. Try pulling a little. Wait. I think I do want to pull off that plastic piece that I said we shouldn't take off. I think it's going to be easier to fight this cover off. The lower little section is off. That was just these Torx, a couple broke, not that big of a deal. But now we can separate this. There's a lot more room to work. I referenced these little pin sections are part of the actual bumper. So that's what we're separating right now. Gently, because this part needs to go back on the car. I hate bodywork. And I hate new cars, so this is kind of a lose-lose for me right now, but we are free. So I'm gonna do that. There's the entire old bumper. Winning. So now you just gotta push this back in. The nice part is, it's tedious coming apart, it snaps back together by pressing it. So there. Move this bumper out of the way, and we'll take a look at the new one real quick. So same deal here. I'm gonna leave that valance over there down, and then we just clip this thing back in. Alright, so just pay attention to clip orientation on these because they are going to try and tuck in. But, hold it from the back. Pound it like a champ. That one is, yeah. And the last one. Just like that. Lower valance is back installed. Set it back down. Almost starting to look like a bumper again. We're going to screw in the bolts for the lower trim piece. And then we got these outside grills to put in, but we'll do the grills last. Lower trim valance on those T25s that I'm sitting on. I'll get them started. Daddy will torque them in. Start at the outside ones. Some of these are super rusted, Midwest problems. So they're T25s plus rust. So maybe a T20 would be too small, T27 would be too big. Should be a 25. Use what you can that'll grab, tighten them in. They don't have to be a crazy high torque or anything like that. Just enough to hold these trim pieces together. So we'll zip these up and then we'll be back. We got the lower piece bolted back in, replaced one. Now, we gotta figure out where all the wires go, which are pretty much laid out exactly where they are. This will stay over here because that's the main connector. We'll come back to that. These are your parking sensors.
Here. That's why we need those things back in.
She wants the grills. The grills. Why wouldn't they fit?
Don't want anything else to go wrong.
Oh, everything's supposed to go perfectly, swimmingly smooth.
Not if you break it. If you break it. No. Let's get it all the way. This one's got it all the way.
This one, bottom.
Yeah. Good.
This one's out too. Top, right? So that one. That one, that one, that one.
Good. So this goes in here.
Yep.
This
Just
way?
like that. Just pushes it till it clicks. Just like that. Done.
Does this go in here?
Yep. So just follow the clips. That's why I left all the wiring on this grill. So once that's in, it should all lay out pretty good. So on these little clips, it's just push this down and pop it out to pop these grills out.
Wait,
I'll do that
does
on the
this go
front
in here?
bumper. Yep. Wherever there's a clip. Yeah, we can move that one if needed. That should be everything, minus your wipers.
Okay.
Wipers don't have a motor thing, apparently.
What are these?
There's a little keyhole there for your tow hitch. That one should be in one of the side compartments of the car.
What?
There's one in one of the side doors of the car. It presses in there.
You took them out and put them in the car?
I took it out when it broke so it didn't fall off the car and we lost it. There's only one.
Oh, great. So I'm going to have a hole now?
I just said it's in the car.
Where? I've literally never seen it there.
She did it. Bumper's back together, ready to go back on the car. Wiring's all hooked up. We did cheat. And what did we skip? Squirters. Headlight squirters. So if we wanted to do headlight squirters, you gotta cut these holes in the bumper. One there, and the front license plate, which Illinois, I heard that they aren't required anymore, unless you live in Chicago. Gotta look into that before we drill holes in the front. I'd like to just keep it clean, or we're not gonna put the bracket on and we'll just zip tie it to the lower grill. Wiper delete. Well, windshield, headlight, washer, delete. Got these little vacuum plugs from the Falcon that should hopefully line right up on here. So I'm gonna pull this off. It's gonna leak a bunch of water fluid, washer fluid all over me. And then I gotta race to cap it as quickly as possible. Ooh, cutting my hand feels really good with that going into it. But now I got a nice leak. I'm gonna throw a plug on here. Hopefully. I can't find it.
It's leaking, it's leaking.
Alright.
Did you get it?
So that will, in theory, bypass all of the washer fluid when we pull the... So essentially how these work, it sprays the windshield first, does the windshield wipe with a wash, and then the secondary motor kicks on and sprays the headlights. We're getting rid of that because I don't want to cut holes in a brand new bumper, and it looks a little cleaner.
And
So
we
it's like a
don't have
win-win.
wipers.
These we will save, we'll throw in a box if we ever want to switch that back.
I forgot to mention we don't have wipers, so what's the point? 'Cause that's stupid.
All right, babe, real test. You might have to jump in and click the key on and hit the windshield squirters because I want to make sure this is going to hold. Let me make sure to aim it away from myself first. Nope. Stop! Oh. Kill it. I said, let's test this to see if it works. And then she hits the button twice as I'm getting sprayed with washer fluid.
I didn't hit it twice, I hit it once.
Uh-huh. Okay, I need that hose back that I just gave you.
It's right above your head.
Oh,
The other side. You just put it there.
I'm soaked. It's like a geyser down here. All right, we're putting the hose back on, and then I'm gonna thread a bolt into the bottom of it. Put a hose clamp on it, and then she is done. I wasn't sure if the vacuum thing would fit or be strong enough. Turns out, the Volvo washer fluid pump is a very strong motor. Let me find a plug. Babe?
Yeah.
Can you grab me a 1/4 bolt out of there? It's probably a metric line, so standard should be fine. Oh shit.
What does it look like?
I don't know. Oh. Now I broke it.
You broke it?
Oh, ish. Okay, we're gonna let that drain out,
All over the place?
and then I'll fix it. Yeah.
Can you at least put something there?
It's just water fluid, or washer fluid.
Yeah. All over a plant.
That shouldn't get
Here.
Okay.
This is
well,
what you wanted?
this will have to drain. And then we gotta look to see if I broke that.
Let's see if we broke it.
I don't think so. I think it just popped out. It should just be like a rubber grommet. Yeah, we'll let that drain. We'll pull this out real quick. Refill it. It's like a 1.4 gallon unit, so a couple torques here, there, and then probably one in the bottom. And we'll yank that out. Look at the back side, and I can reclumb everything in the way it's supposed to be. Those don't like getting jostled around. Well, in the middle of that stupid thing, I finally broke the GoPro. Fell off the tripod again, which happens all the time, but landed right in the lens. I'll have to fix that. That's unfortunate for you guys. Look. Fine, fine, fine. Ooh. Oh well. Got the first bolt out over here. The other one's tucked way back here. We're running a gigantic series of extensions. So it's leaking from this hole right here. Assuming that there's supposed to be a gasket in here. Shit, that might actually be at the bottom. Alright, further investigation. Alright, so the upper is one fixed unit, so I gotta pull this 8mm right here, and then the whole thing should drop down. Just kidding, 8mm didn't have to come out. This whole upper section will actually stay up there. It's a little O-ring dealio that drops right in there. So now, I think what happened is the washer pump dropped the gasket in there. So I gotta fish that out. Okay, so the gaskets got pushed in here. So now we get to wrestle the fittings and things out of the tank. Hold on, I'm almost there. Oh, it's magnetic. Way to go, Volvo. So we need that.
It's magnetic. Why don't we...
That was one of them.
I'm here to help. Anything.
Alright, there's a little black thing in there. You gotta fish out. Okay, this is our float sensor for coolant level. So that can go back in. While Dottie tries to fish out the little gaskets that are lost in there forever. She got it out. That little black O-ring is what I'm missing. So now we can put all these back together. One at a time and try not to break anything. So here's the pump. One of the pumps. This one kept the gasket on, this one goes down here. Just like that. Let me get this one over on this side. Also has the gasket on still. Ooh, that's where that sensor went. Hold on. There we go. This clips in here. Like that. Now we can start throwing these back together. So this one goes over here. Here's your float level, so when this fills up, it's going to go up like this, so we need it like that. Put it in the way it needs to go. Like that. This pump goes down here, like that. And last but not least, the one that I dropped the gasket off of. The gasket's going to go on the bottom here, like so. And our taper on the O-ring part, so this will just drop right back in, like that. We're going to take a 1/4-20 bolt, thread this into the excess. Can you find a hose clamp? A little tiny hose clamp? This will thread in here, and I'm just going to tuck this and loop it once I put a hose clamp on it, and then we'll bolt this right back in. And then we'll tuck and loop this right here, like so. Keep it out of the way. And we'll reassemble the 3 bolts on the box. And we'll grab the last one. So, one here, one up here, and one right in the middle there. Onto the top. Just jam this back in and we are good. Wiper toast. That double spray is the washer for the headlight squirters. Did it spray the windshield though? Did it spray the windshield? One more? We're good, no leaks. Time to put the bumper back on.